What is up, everyone? It is Chris Aiken. Flying solo, sorta, or flying Neely-less, we'll say. So
yeah, shit, man. Come on, I'm right here.
I know. It's a no docking zone. I'm going to just state that right from the start. Neely's at docking. That's all the docking that needs to be heard tonight. We will not be hearing any. That is the first thing I'm going to say right off the bat. So those of you that come in here to hear endless docking tunes, leave. Simple as that.
Not even Dream Warriors?
Not even Dream Warriors.
Shit.
No, It's Not Love. No, Just Got Lucky. None of it tonight. No docking zone. And that's bad because I just got hired back to be Dockin's webmaster again, so I should be celebrating Dockin.
They don't listen to this show, do they?
Yeah.
Well, they're busy right now.
Yeah, they're busy playing.
So fuck it. Who cares?
Anyway, I do have a co-host with me, of course. It's the guy that slid out of the same pussy as John Drake. It's Adam Drake. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Dude, that's like the greatest compliment, I think, that's ever been said on the CMS. Usually, whenever I introduce anybody and it's a comparison to John, it's usually a bitch slap.
Well, dude, I was all up in there, too. Let me tell you. It was nice.
Tasted good?
Yeah.
Very good, man. Well, dude, we are going to have some fun tonight, obviously. We've started drinking. You're piling onto the rum already.
Captain Black.
And it's funny, you brought that, what, a year ago? That would have been from my book party?
Shit, I think so, man.
But there's still a quarter left. That's enough.
Yeah, I must have had a weeknight or something. I don't know.
Well, no, it's because we were drinking everything else, too.
That's true.
You know, it's not like you come here and you come with one bottle and you sit in a corner.
Dude, you got a fully stocked top of your fridge. You got so many bottles up there.
I know, and I've bought none of them. That's the funny part, is I literally haven't bought any of it. Which explains things like the 2 full bottles of gin that are up there.
Exactly.
Who the fuck came over here with gin?
Someone who hates life, I think.
I mean...
Gin is rot gut shit.
I mean, gin is... The best I know of gin is the Snoop Dogg song. That's... You know, it's not a good taste.
Dude, my only memories of gin were when I was already, like, ready to pass out drunk, did a pull of Tanqueray, and that was it, man.
Yeah,
bathroom.
done, right?
Out.
I used to, when I was in Korea, we used to go to, we had these parties on the weekends every Saturday. And the one side of the barracks, we had a barracks, and it was kind of like a straight building that was 3,000 square foot long, okay?
All right.
Big, giant, long building. What we would do is the white guys would end up on this side of the building, and the black guys would end up on that side of the building. But so we would party. We'd start partying at noon, and I was kind of always the center of the party. You know, I was always the party master because I had the stereo and whatnot.
Okay.
So we would start partying. I would start drinking, but inevitably I would drink up all my alcohol very fast. So I would end up on the other side. I would end up with the brothers partying because, one, they always had more alcohol than we did, but 2, they had better food. We'd be out there making fucking hot dogs, and they're out there with, like, you know, food, like real food. So, but I got to, for a while, I was drinking a ton of gin because that was just what they used to do is they used to buy like 2 or 3 or 4 watermelons, and they would cut holes in the top of the watermelons and just stick gin bottles in them like 2 days ahead.
Oh, yeah.
And then cut up the watermelon. You just get all fucked up eating watermelon.
That's a classic from Blossom, man. You go to a concert out there, you're just walking in with a watermelon, you go stumbling your ass out.
Exactly. Or somebody drags you out.
Right.
Good times, man. Well, dude, you and I had a good time last night. You know, we actually, a rarity that I went somewhere, that all by itself is something, but a rarity that I went somewhere that was not a concert.
Yeah. I actually told a couple people I went to the Agora last night, and they're like, "Oh, what band did you see?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, not a band."
Yeah, no, it was glorious. No, we went out last night to the wrestling, to the NXT wrestling.
I'd give it a 10.
10. I would too. Dude, it was fantastic. It was, for people that don't follow wrestling, I don't know why. I don't know why you wouldn't. I know you're watching the chat room. 15 people here any second will be like, "Wrestling is for fags. Grow up, you faggots." You know,
it's all real. Shut up.
It's real to me, man. But I'll say this, as an entertainment medium, it's just fun. And the medium we were in last night was especially fun. You know, it was small crowd. What do you think it was there?
I think the house only holds like 2,000 tops if they pack it out, and you got the ring and everything, so maybe 1,000.
Yeah, but everybody was real into it. Everybody was chanting and screaming and hollering, and you know, it just was a fun energy. You know, we were there 3 hours?
Yeah, it went by like nothing.
Boom, gone. You know, looked up and it was weird because I know when Shinsuke came out to wrestle, I was like, damn, are we, you know, that's very early in the thing. And it was like the halfway point. They'd already gone like an hour and a half when he came out, or an hour 15 or whatever. I was like, you got to be kidding me. This went just fast. You know, it's just a fun energy time, man. You know. And
I didn't even know that, you know, we had local boy Gargano on there. I didn't know Gargano was from Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, like one of the contenders for the tag belts is, you know, Cleveland boy, Homer. It was great. Of course, they left him standing tall at the end.
That was cool. It was just cool. Dude, the whole thing was cool. They brought out guys from TNA that we knew. You know, it was all energy. I love the Prince guy. Whatever his name.
Patrick Clark. Yeah.
Guy comes out dressed like Prince, and then everybody started chanting Purple Rain.
Dude, the chants were like half the fun. Dude, the crowd at these things is so good because they're all in on the joke.
Yeah. And nobody takes it serious. That's the thing that's different from WWE. At the WWE, you got a bunch of dudes with their kids, and they don't want to give away the fact that it's just bullshit.
Right.
You know, so they're like, oh, yeah, John Cena. Yeah, he really is. Respect, loyalty, hustle, whatever. You know, meanwhile, everybody was like, you fucked up. You fucked up. You know?
Dude, right, there was that 2 count where the guy rang the bell.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, dude, that was only 2.
And everybody started chanting, you fucked up.
Yep.
and everybody that they liked, that was fun last night, too. Everybody that somebody liked that was wrestling somebody that they didn't, they were chanting, they're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
It was just silly fun, dude.
Those shows are great, too. If they're not on TV, they could take their time. They fuck around a lot. They try new shit out. It's so much more fun than watching it on TV because you're going to see crap that you will never see again.
Exactly. It's a lot more. I had not been to an NXT, and you hadn't either, had you?
No.
Yeah, and
we agree that's the best thing going on TV.
It is, but as good as it is on TV, not even close to how good it was to actually be standing
Dude,
there.
Yeah, so much.
And now next time, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to spend $300 a ticket for the next time NXT comes because we're sitting next to the ring.
I don't think it costs any more. I think we just got to get there like right the fuck away because it was. I think it was standing room only, the same as our ticket, except we were packed in the back because we couldn't get in there.
Is that really what it was?
I don't think there were seats.
Oh man,
I mean, who's going to set up seats in the Agora? It's a band venue.
Well, the next time we're definitely doing that because I'll throw elbows. I'll go. I'll give somebody a suplex out of my way, bitch. But, dude, one of the things you and I were talking about last night, which I think was fun, and it's something you and I have been talking about for a while now, is for people that don't know, which is probably everybody listening, you actually used to do this. You actually, for a little while, were a wrestler, a professional wrestler of some sort. And you and I have been talking for, 6 months? But it got, we for whatever reason, we got real serious last week at John's party. About maybe actually you getting back into it and me being your fucking Lou Albano manager guy.
Oh, that'd be great, man. But remember, it's fake. Remember the last time we talked about this, and you're like, if I'm going to punch somebody, I'm going to fucking punch somebody. I'm like, you're missing the point, dude.
Yeah, I know.
It's not to go out and beat someone's ass. It's to look like you're beating someone's ass.
But I don't know how good I'd be at faking a punch.
You're so old school. You're like Vader in Mankind. You're like, you know what? I can't fake it, so I'm just going to beat the hell out of you.
I'm going to have to be the manager that comes out with like an apparatus, a cane or a flag or something that I have to hold so that I don't actually really hammer somebody.
To keep your hands busy?
Yeah, exactly. I'll be out there like with the cane. That would be great if I come out there with a cane and, maybe I wear like a tank top or something so my big fat belly that's all burn scarred would be showing. And,
oh, God.
And I could be Lou Alberno or something. Something like that, and I could come out with like an Olympic torch looking thing.
No, who was Jericho's guy when he was in WCW?
Oh, what was that guy's name? The
Cletus
bodyguard
or whatever.
Yeah, Cletus the bodyguard or something. That'd be perfect.
Come on, that's just like a fucking stained wife beater.
Yeah, or no, what it would have to be a cut off Freddy Krueger sweater.
Oh, a total midriff. That'd be awesome.
But it has to be a Freddy Krueger thing because I got to play the burn thing.
Oh, absolutely.
If I'm gonna fuck with it, I'm going all the way. I'm showing the burn scars and I'm gonna make it gruesome.
Well, we already said. I mean, since you can't feel it anyway, we could actually light you on fire,
which would be fun. I would do it if I could guarantee that my hair won't catch on fire.
Yeah,
I'm in. I would do like the Rammstein guy with the big light up coat. He lights on fire when he comes out on stage.
People would lose their shit.
They would. That'd be great. But knowing my luck, I'd probably trip and catch some kid on fire or something. And
yeah,
that would be my luck.
We'll have to keep you away from the little ones.
Yeah, no kids in the front row. Fire marshals sitting at each corner of the ring.
Gee, I wonder what's going to happen next. Maybe there's fire involved.
Yeah. But, dude, when you were doing it for real, was it just seems like, I mean, that was what, 15, 16 years ago at this point?
Fuck, yeah, it's been a while.
It looks like it's just so different now than it was back then.
Well, yeah, because you get all the crap with, like, protecting yourself and working safely, all the NFL concussion protocol crap. You can do so much less now because they're actually concerned about people dying in the ring or maybe just having their brains scrambled one too many times.
Right.
Before it was like, oh, you want to jump off a 20-foot balcony onto concrete? Fuck, go for it, man.
Yeah, it was like the old ECW concept. Dude, you can adjust that right there on the back.
I've been adjusting it. This thing is...
No, you could tighten it down on the back side of this.
I did it.
No, not there. There you go.
Know.
Is it still fucked up?
It's fucked up.
All right, when we play music, we'll switch to this one. We got another one.
All right, it's all good.
But no, with the wrestling, man, I would love to. To me, it is like instant. It's what I can't do by being musical. I was in a band for a minute and a half. I was a very, as you've witnessed, I was a very lousy drummer.
Well, I witnessed at your own birthday party that you tried to play bass and guitar and sing and drum.
And was awful. At all. Well,
you were blacked out for all of it. So.
I was in blackout drunk phase that night, but the one and only mystery, the show disappeared show. That's one of those that I know it didn't disappear. I know Neely deleted it. Yeah. I know it because he did not want any of that. I think he was afraid of some legal repercussions.
I think there were some crimes committed on air, yes.
What, you mean talking to a 13-year-old and asking her if she likes that her brother's fucking or her cousin is fucking everything on the road? Is that bad?
Well,
so I've
then
heard,
it was. Nowadays it's all Snapchat, so it's there anyway.
The funny thing is, all I have of that night is what you guys have told me. I don't remember, dude. I was telling.
Okay, where does your memory stop?
I know exactly where. There were 3 bands that played on the bill. There was John's band, the cover. What was that?
Yeah,
Major League.
Major League, yeah.
There's Major League, and then there was
APG.
No, it was Gatlin.
Oh, Gatlin played. Okay,
it was Gatlin that was headlining, but in between was Voodoo Brother.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay,
and
yeah.
I was when we got there. Billy Morris, who owned the club at the time, he and is a very good friend of mine. Billy says to me, he pulls me over to the bar, me and Neely, and he goes, "These guys drink for free, whatever they want, all night."
Keys to the kingdom, well, Jesus.
For Neely, that's like, all right, well, I'll drink 3 glasses of wine, and I'll be a responsible guy. Now, for me, let's just be honest. That's a bad proposition when I'm in a great mood. When I'm in the best of mood, if you say drink until you can't, you're going to pay dearly for that.
Yes.
No matter what. I mean, I will drink, and you've been around me enough to know, certainly. I'm going to be the last man standing. No matter how much alcohol you put in front of me, I will drink it. And I won't go down. I won't stop.
Yeah.
Now, that's if I'm in a great mood. The problem was I was 2 weeks past my divorce being final. And as you remember very well, I was not in a real good headspace at all.
No.
All I wanted to do was drink and fight. That's all I wanted to do.
You did both.
I did both all the time. But so you add all those drinks, Billy saying, go. Well, I went. Billy's bartender said I drank 42 drinks.
42?
42. 16. I don't remember the breakdown, but it was
Jesus.
16 double screwdrivers, a 6-pack of beers.
I forgot you were into screwdrivers
Yeah.
then. You were all about...
I was all about the screwdrivers, and I drank 16 of those, so that's 32. 6 beers and 4 shots of Jaeger. Plus, now that's from the bar.
And Jaeger makes anybody fight.
Of
That's
course.
just all it does.
But that's only from the bar. If you remember, John had that funnel thing that he was doing from the stage.
Yeah.
And
Joe Boo.
I didn't do it the first time. I like half did it and I choked it up. So then he made me do it again. So I drank like 3 of the 4 beers through a funnel.
And with paint.
Yeah.
We painted that thing like Chief Wahoo.
And I was drinking downstairs with the band too. It was a ridiculous amount of alcohol that night. Absolutely fucking retarded. That microphone is just fucking with you. Let me see. Fuck this.
It's like digging with like a half-cooked piece of spaghetti. That's okay, I'm going to hold it. I've got a hand, and that's what I'm going to do.
It should be good now. All right. So anyway. So yeah, you put that, nope, it's working. You put that much alcohol in me and an open microphone, and you got what you got that night, which was me being an asshole.
Dude, you didn't even know that we had turned you off most of the times you were up there. You're just hammering away. Dude, we're like, unplug him.
Dude, so I remember John's band playing a Major League. And then I really started getting a little bit wobbly. Mm-hmm. And I was supposed to introduce all 3 bands. So they called me up to do Voodoo Brother. I got on stage to do Voodoo Brother, and I started blacking out. And I only remember bits and pieces of the Voodoo Brother thing. Mm-hmm. But what I remember is I was up there to do the intro, and then all of a sudden they had a fucking guitar problem or something. And they weren't ready all of a sudden after we had turned the microphones on in the back.
Oh, shit. So you had to stall.
Yeah, and I didn't know what to do. So Kurt was like, I need about 3 minutes. So I started singing a cappella. And I wish I had it because it was kind of funny.
I do remember this now, yeah.
I was like, I'm singing, there's a song by the band Union that nobody but me knows because it's like an acoustic song by the band Union. Who the fuck remembers Union, let alone track number 11 on the first album? Only me. And I'm singing the song, and of course it's a breakup song. The song is called Robin's Song. I know what song it was. It's called Robin's Song, and it's about we just broke up, but now I got to see you walking down the street with the new guy that you're fucking. It was this horrific, and
God.
I'm in this fucking terrible headspace already.
You went like full-on sad bastard with that one.
I went awful.
Oh, shit.
And then I came off the stage. Finally, they got ready to play. Now I'm angry. I made myself angry singing this song and thinking about Georgetta taking a dick from some other fucking guy. And I'm like, motherfuck. And I come off the stage, and the next thing I know, I'm in your apartment. I remember talking to Don DiBiase from Gatlin.
Yeah.
the guitar player from Gatlin, and he was like, "Dude, you can really sing." I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And that's literally the last memory that I have of being in the club. And I remember I woke up and I was in your apartment and I didn't know where I was and I didn't have any keys. And
yeah, that was a pisser trying to get those from you.
Why were you the one that had to get them?
We all collectively did, yeah.
Because I wasn't giving them up.
The two things that I love about you being shit-faced is, one, you're right, you don't pass out because who's going to move you?
Right,
right,
exactly.
So thank God for that. But two, you don't know what the fuck's going on, and you're just ready to fight anybody.
Everybody. Always. When I get that kind of...
Like, we were trying to go for your keys. We're like, dude, you can't even find your car right now. You don't need your keys. And you're like, fuck you, man.
It was bad. But what I remember is... Go ahead.
I think we sent Steffi over on that one.
And she calmed me down.
Yeah, we had to.
Well, boobs usually work.
Well...
She's got plenty. But
especially then, she was still wearing like the cut up concert tees and stuff and trying to show off everything she could. It was,
I hate talking like I want to fuck your brother's wife, but I do. I love Stephanie and all, but Jesus. Maybe in more ways than one. Jesus Christ. But anyway, so I woke up in your apartment and my head was... I felt like I got hit in the face with a ball bat. I mean, I was like, oh, am I fucking dying here? And I had the idea to go and step outside and get some air, kind of.
Dude, awful idea.
Terrible idea. Because as soon as I went outside, I immediately puked. That cold air hit me, or cool air, because it was the middle of... No, it was cool. It was cold. It was like it was November.
Yeah.
It was cold, and I went outside, and that cold rush hit me, and I was like, bleh! Just puking off of the roof. And I'll tell you how bad it was. I was so afraid. I as I walked out, I realized real quick that I was fucked up, and I knew I was going to throw up, so I laid down on the roof, and I crawled to the edge, because I was afraid I was going to fall off the roof. So I crawled to where my head was over the edge and just puked down the wall.
Oh, good Lord.
It was fucking horrible.
Dude, how have I not heard this before now? It's been, what, like, how many years?
That was 2013.
Shit, man. It's been 4 years, and I never knew this before.
Oh, dude, there was all... Well, you were still asleep. You were still knocked out because we probably did. I don't know what time we got home, but I'm going to assume it was 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Because
it was stupid late.
It was retarded late. And, this was like 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever, because no matter what, I never sleep through late. So I finished puking, and of course I went in, and there was like nothing like that I could just grab to eat to like soak up, because you had more like cooked stuff at your place.
Yeah.
Everything was cooked stuff. There was no reach in the refrigerator and grab like anything. There was, it was like, all right, if I want to make something, it's...
Well, because I'm fucking lazy, so anything that could have been like that, I already ate.
Maybe. But all I could find was like spaghetti or something.
Right.
All right, I'm not standing over a hot fucking bowl of water. I will be throwing up in this bottle, in this thing of water.
Can you imagine the smell?
Oh, that would have been horrid. But so I was like, well, fuck, I'm not going to wake you up. I'm just going to go and try to go back to sleep. So I went and I laid down for a little bit, and I couldn't get back to fucking sleep. And of course, I've been doing the foot on the floor thing because everything is fucking spinning. Mm-hmm. And the foot on the floor wasn't doing any help. So then after maybe an hour or 35 seconds, whichever it was, I had to run back outside, lay back down on the roof, crawl back to the edge, and throw up again. Jesus.
Oh, fuck. Now it's starting to come back to me. Shit, I must have been drinking pretty hard that night, too.
We were all.
But isn't that when we, what did we end up at? Bob Evans or something? Because we did go out for breakfast then.
You went to breakfast somewhere.
And I couldn't believe you were up for that.
Steak and Shake or something.
Something, yeah. And I just couldn't believe you were even, like, game for that. Like, knowing how fucked up you were, I was like, I would want nothing to do with food right now. Like,
dude,
nothing at all.
Dude, you know what it was I was still loaded. Not day after buzzed. Trashed when I woke up. And at noon, I was starting to get worried about, before I spoke to you while you were asleep, I was really fucking panicking about my shit. Like, where's my computers? Because remember, I had we used my computers for the broadcast. And let's face it, I might need my computers in my life.
Right.
So I was like, man, where's my car? Where's my computers? Did they get stolen? I didn't know. I don't have keys. I don't have a car. I don't know where I am. Or I knew where I was, but I was like, I can't stop puking.
Mm-hmm.
So then you woke up. And you were like, let's go get some breakfast. I think you looked at me and just were like, dude, you look like you are fucking wrecked.
You were so haggard.
I was just wrecked. And we went to, I think it was Steak and Shake or something. I think it was something like that. It wasn't a Bob Evans.
Yeah, it was something close by though. It was like, It was on 303, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wherever it was, they had an annoying gay guy that was serving us.
Shit. How do you have a better memory than I do? And you were fucking wasted.
Dude, because I remember stupid things. And I remember the gay guy kept coming over, and then I kept making fun of him. And you were like, dude, shut up. He's going to spit in our food. But I kept, I was so fucking obliterated. But I had it in my head like, all right, I'm going to eat something. I'm going to feel better. Then I'm going to go home.
Yeah, that was your plan.
That
You're
was
like,
the
okay,
plan.
let's straighten up, and then I'll get my ass moving.
Well, that did not happen. I ate, and then I just felt bogged down because we ate something heavy too. We didn't eat like a piece
we
of bread.
were like big greasy. Let's go big and greasy. Like soak this up.
Let me get the 8-egg omelet with fucking 14 pieces of bread and bacon and sausage.
Take the barnyard special.
Yeah.
Can you just slaughter an entire family for me?
Yeah, just give me the grease deluxe. It was really just fucking horrendous what we ordered. And I ate, and I remember you asked me, you were like, when we were getting ready to go, because we had to go back to Lakewood.
Yep.
From your place.
Yeah, because your car was there.
Yeah, which was far. At least you knew where my car was, and you had my keys.
Mm-hmm.
We went back to Lakewood, which is, what's that, 30 minutes from Hinckley?
Yeah, it's not close.
Yeah, it was a good drive. And in my head, I knew I was still fucked up, but for whatever reason, I had this theory, which was a drunken theory, obviously, that, you know what, the combination of the food, and once I start digesting the food, I'll be better by the time I get to my car.
Oh, yeah, I've made that mistake many, many times.
So we got to the car.
Have you ever, let me ask, have you ever puked in your own car?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Shit.
Dude, let me tell you the worst. I'll come back to this story in a minute.
Okay.
Not only have I puked in my own car, but I was so drunk once. I used to play softball in like a church softball league, which
You got to be making that up.
No, I swear to God, me and Scotty. Scotty's another big dude too.
Jesus.
But we used to show up and just get hammered. Just get fucked up. We would, if the game was at 3, we would show up at the fields at 11 o'clock with a keg.
Oh.
And we would just get fucked up and then play softball. Well, one day we played, and we got obliterated. Somebody brought like 2 bottles of Jack Daniels, and we were just straight chugging these Jack Daniels. And we got all fucked up. And for whatever reason, one guy didn't have a ride home. And now for people that are listening, I'm just going to tell you, I had to drive from Streetsboro to Bedford, which is 15 miles, maybe?
Yeah.
About 15 miles. But it's not 15 miles of highway.
Yeah, it's not a straight shot.
No, you have to ride a little on a highway, but then there's a lot of city driving. Especially to get where my house was, you had to drive through the city. So this guy needed a ride to North Royalton.
North Royalton?
North Royalton. What's that, 40 miles away?
It's way the fuck away, yes.
So I was like, yeah, I'm sober enough to drive.
Oh, you were superhero drunk.
Sure.
Yep.
So we get in the car and we start driving, and we're driving to North Royalton, and I start getting the hot here it comes flash. And we're on the highway.
The jaw tingles.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're on the highway, so I can't really do nothing, and I'm driving. And I don't want to pull over to puke, because if you get seen by a cop, you're done. You know, and same with if you puke out your door.
Mm-hmm.
If you get seen by a cop, you're done. So I didn't tell the guy next to me I was going to puke. And I waited till it was right here on my, right before it was to my throat.
Yeah.
And I put my hand on top of the steering wheel, made sure we were in a straightaway, leaned over, and puked in his fucking lap.
Holy shit.
Just bleh! And he was all fucked up, and he was like, what the fuck, dude?
Dude, that'll sober you up in a hurry.
And I was like, what do you want me to do?
Gotta go somewhere.
Well, and of course, me being me, the line I had was, what do you expect from a free ride?
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, I puked all over this dude. So now he had to get out and deal with his wife. He had to walk into a house covered with puke.
And try to explain it's not his.
Yeah, exactly. So for him, that went bad. But now I got to drive back from North Royalton. My car now smells like whatever I ate, plus fucking Jack Daniels and beer for a 40-minute ride back to my house. It was fucking brutal. And it's like 95 degrees, so it wasn't one of those days where you could even like roll down the windows.
Oh, it's all steamy.
Yeah, you had to just leave the windows up and turn the air conditioner all the way up and aim it at that side so it would try to keep the waft over there.
Yeah, just blow it out the window. Get the fuck out of here.
It was so bad, dude. And I got home and I staggered into the house. Now I got back, I had a goatee that's now caked with puke. I walk in the house, and of course, me being super husband, I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? Trying to play it off like I haven't had a drink all day. I'm like, hey, she's like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, yeah, I got a little sick. So she immediately goes out to the car and is like, what the fuck? Oh, boy. I was in the doghouse big time.
Gee, you think?
Yeah. But anyway, back to the club night, the birthday party night. You took me out to my car. And once I got to my car, I was like, you asked me 3 times or 4 times. You were like, are you sure you're good? Because I know you knew I wasn't.
Yeah.
But I was like...
Dude, you looked like looking at you made me feel shitty.
Well, and you literally said to me, if you get stopped, you're going to jail. And I was like, no, I'm good.
Well, remember, this is after I had my problems. So
right, exactly.
I'd already been there twice.
Yeah, so you didn't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I was like, not fucking around with that.
But the problem was there was really no other solution. We weren't going to drive another 30 minutes back to your house, wait a half a day, and then drive back to Lakewood. That wasn't going to happen. That's a dumb... I mean, could have. If we were responsible at that moment, maybe that's what we would have done.
I just hope the statute of limitations is up on this shit, because otherwise we're getting in major trouble by telling this.
Well, this is an alleged I make no profession at all that this is a true story.
This may have happened.
This might have happened. I heard this.
A cautionary tale of perhaps fiction.
Yeah, exactly. But so I convinced you that I was good enough to drive. Or at least enough to give me my keys.
And you're a no bullshit kind of guy, so exactly. I'm like, all right, if he thinks he's got it.
Yeah. So I get on the highway, and to get to my house from the
club,
the Hi-Fi or whatever it was at the time, from that club. It's mostly highway driving. There's literally about 3 miles total that are like city driving. And I was like, I can do 3 miles. Mm-hmm. And highway driving drunk is easy. It's just simple. You just drive slow. You stay in a slow lane. You're good as long as you're not weaving. But
even the city driving is easy. It's a straight shot. It's like 2 miles down one road, then you make a left and a right, and you're there.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, I could do this. I get on the highway, though, and there's that one stretch on a highway known as I-176.
Yeah.
Where you have to, it kind of comes up and around a curve.
Yeah, it's like a merge, then a merge.
Yeah. Well, I come up and I go around the curve, and it hits my fucking stomach again.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, man. Oh, this is fucking brutal. So I'm like, all of a sudden my stomach's rumbling, and I'm starting to get the heat sweats again or whatever. So I get past that, and I get to what is that? Right past the bridge there on 480-77. Merge.
Yeah.
There's that one little exit there. Is that Garfield Heights? I guess where the old Walmart used to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's like a big gas station there.
Yeah, Transportation Boulevard.
Well, I pulled off there, and I was like, I got to throw up.
That's a landfill anyway. It's a good place.
Yeah, but I'm not that smart because I went in the gas station to go in the bathroom and retched all over the place. Just fucking.
Dude, I've got a story about that gas station.
I think we've all done stupid shit at that gas station.
Dude. Okay, so you know our friend Jess, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And you know that she likes to party. Mm-hmm. So we were out partying one night. We were drinking up a storm. We ended up at that exact gas station.
Okay.
Because we had to piss.
Right.
For some reason, in our drunken state, we're thinking like, oh shit, man. You know, like we know cops are around that area a lot because it's not a good area.
Right.
You know, so cops are always keeping an eye on things. So we're like, fuck, we can't go into the damn gas station all hammered like this. Like, it's just begging for someone to tail us out of here and bust our asses, you know?
Sure.
So we get the bright idea. We're like, hey, there's a dumpster over there. So with a perfectly good bathroom for both of us waiting inside, we decided the more discreet option, because we were hammered, was to try to piss in public in a brightly lit gas station behind a fucking dumpster. And of course, there's a security guard, like a rent-a-cop, who comes right around the corner. Is like, "What the hell are you doing?" We're like,
"Oh, taking a piss."
Is that rhetorical? Like, what do you see? What's going on?
Yeah, what do you think? Although I wouldn't mind seeing Jess, I'd watch that.
Yeah, true. I had to face the other way.
Really? Out of respect.
Mainly out of general. I think I was dating somebody at the time, so basically it was just a matter of not showing my junk to some other woman.
I'd like to show Jess mine.
Right?
Oh boy, I could tell you some horror Jess stories too, and we might tonight. Who knows?
Hey,
we have all kinds of time.
I could text her, see if she's up to call in.
Yeah, no kidding. I love Jess though. She's a good girl.
She is actually legit good people, man. She was legit on Oprah, right?
Yeah,
like her story and everything is out there. If anyone.
Yeah. No, she's good people, and I spent a lot of time chatting with her. One at your birthday, in between the other girl that was crying.
Oh,
and I won't get into that because she's a good person too and a friend. But she gave me a 2-hour crying spell, and then Jess talked to me for another 2 hours about my books and all this other shit. Mm-hmm. Just her story versus my story. It's like, oh yeah, well I did this. Oh yeah, well I did that. It's like, ooh. You win. But no, to end this story, I did make it home from the hi-fi, but it was a hell of a drive with the stop and the puke, and I was just dying. By the time I walked in the door, I was just fucking dying. I was sick. I was tired. You know.
Can you imagine that poor bastard who had to clean up that men's room after you?
I feel for him. I feel for him big time, but the worst part, though, is I finally got home, and I laid down, and I don't think again, it could be 30 seconds, it could be 4 hours, I don't know. I closed my eyes, and then my phone rang, and I answered my phone, and it was your brother. And John was lighting me on fucking fire. He was so mad at me.
Oh, for the night before. Yeah.
He was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? How could you possibly be such a dick? And do you know what? And I was like, dude, I don't know what I did. And he started telling me, and I was just like, dude, tell me tomorrow. Because I couldn't even process it.
Right, I'm cashed out.
I couldn't process it at all. So he hangs up, all mad. He was mad at me. He definitely was mad at me. A minute or an hour later, again, everything is such a fucking blur on this day. Neely calls me, and he's all fucking mad. Not like John. John was like yelling at me. Neely's not that guy. Neely was like, dude, you can't do that representing me and you. You just can't do that. He's like, I know that you're wild. I know that that's how you are, but you can't do that. And I was like, I really don't know what I did. I had no idea what I did. I was like, what, was my singing bad? Because that's the last thing I remember was being on that stage singing.
Dude, we've all been there, though. You're the main instigator usually because,
yeah.
I mean, how many times have you had parties here and my stupid ass or somebody else thought that they were going to not go toe-to-toe with you on drinking because we know better, but we were at least, like, no one's going to be a pussy in your presence.
No.
So we're just going to go balls to the fucking wall, and we always pay for it.
Well, dude, it's
always.
It's not a good idea for whatever reason, I have a ridiculous tolerance. You know, sometimes I don't put, like last night, as an example, we were all drinking, me, you, Joe, and what's Joe's friend's name?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. And Joe's friend.
And I've known him for years, so that really is a bad thing. And he got a freaking BMW now.
I saw that.
Won a goddamn contest.
He won a contest from the Browns and won a car. That rules.
Fucker.
But no, so we were drinking after the thing last night, and we pulled out shots, and I just didn't do one. So on occasion, I can pull back and just not go there. But you know damn well I could go crazy. And it's funny because in one breath, Joe, our friend Joe, who was there, was saying how from the birthday party, he was scared of me.
Yeah.
Because of how fucking insane I was.
Because you were on a tear, yeah.
I was just insane. And then 1 second later, it's like, oh, let's get some more drinks. You know, I was like, dude, all right, let's.
I'm scared of you drunk. Hey, let's get shots.
Yeah, it was like a weird thing, but that's just how it is. And yeah, you're right. Here at the house, when I have the house parties, it is a whole nother animal. I like to think
because it's safe.
It's safe, but I like to think it's not as safe as you might think, because you could turn around and see a hole where I threw a glass through the wall right there. And that was a day.
That's how that happened?
Yeah, that was a day that John pissed me off here at one of the house parties.
Well, okay, conversely though, you could also basically fat shame my brother into doing DDP yoga with you and gassing out in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was funny. Me fat as a goddamn house, and I schooled him at DDP. That was fun.
Like, hi, I weigh twice as much as you, but I can do yoga for 20 minutes, and you can't even make it through 2.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I have a cramp.
Yeah, the cramp. The fucking cramp. And remember, that's when, okay, fuck it, you know. Yeah. We know for a fact that the people in the story are not actually listening tonight, so we can tell it.
I'll tell it anyway.
You know how many times it's been bitched about my brother that he gets cramps during sex? When he's on the bottom.
Oh, what gets cramped?
Right?
What gets cramped? Your stomach?
I can't figure it out. I have no idea. How do you get a cramp on the bottom?
Complaint?
Yeah.
Well,
how? How the hell are you being ridden by a chick and you get the cramp?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine what cramps. Maybe your legs, if you tighten your legs up?
I guess, but what kind of shitty, awful shape do you have to be in that you're getting cramps when you're on the bottom?
I don't know. I'll tell you the only thing I could think of maybe would be like, I don't know if you've ever done this or not, but you ever fucking come so hard that you strain your toes?
Oh, toe curler, yeah.
You get that cramp in your toes. I could see that at the end of it, but not mid-ride.
No, mid-ride, man. That dude, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him, man. He needs to go to a gym or something.
How about this? If you're starting, you generally know when you're starting to get a cramp. How about switch positions?
Right? Maybe that's more effort, though, you know.
Yeah, maybe, but good God.
Plus, I mean, let's be honest. If Steffi was riding you, would you be switching positions, or would you just, like, sit there and take it in?
Well, if it depends.
Drink it all in, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to put her on the list. And with that, I think that's a good place to stop. All right, let's play some music, man. We're just getting rolling. Things are gonna be silly tonight, so we're gonna have some fun. Right now, we're gonna play a little bit of music. We are gonna go. We are gonna go with a little bit of Accept, brand new stuff from Accept. The new live album is called Restless and Live, and this is Balls to the Wall because I'm a stereotypical loser. So here it is. It's Accept right here on
The Classic Metal Show.